What's up, Wolfpack? Today we're gonna go over how to get legendary loot every single game you play. So currently Fortnite has 5 different rarities. And when you're in a game, you're most likely to open a chest and find a common weapon. Then it goes uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. And you may be wondering, why does this matter? Well, it matters because Fortnite uses a system called drop rates. And what the system does is it predetermines the percentage of time players will see different rarities. So for example, you are most likely to see a common weapon and you are least likely to see a legendary weapon. And you may be asking again, why does this matter? Why? Well, it matters because rather than loot being completely random in every chest you go into, it creates a more balanced gameplay because then there are a certain amount of people that have scars and there are a certain amount of people who don't. Now imagine being in a game and you are the only one with a scar. That'd be pretty cool, right? But imagine if every single other person in the game also had a scar. If loot was completely random, there's a chance that everybody in the game could have a scar. But because of drop rates, that basically eliminates all chances of that happening. I'm gonna be honest, there's no for sure way you can get legendary loot every game. But there is a way to increase the probability of you getting legendary loot every game. To the point where it's almost guaranteed. Now let's talk about the 4 ways you can actually get legendary loot. And I've ranked these 4 ways from most controlled to least controlled. So the most likely way to find legendary loot is through crates. Crates serve as a high probability of finding legendary loot because of the weapons they provide, which are scars, snipers, scoped ARs, and launchers. And from that list, each one of those weapons have a chance of being legendary. And only 3 of those weapons come in less than epic. Crates are the best way you can get that legendary loot. And one of these games we even had 3 scars in the first 5 minutes that were all legendary. Alright, so let's quickly talk about how you can get to the crates first before any of your opponents get there. Although completely random, crates tend to fall around the middle map area. So if you guys are always hovering around there, there's a high chance you will always be near one of the fallen crates. And as for the next best way to find legendary loot every game, we are going to have to talk about chests. So when talking about chests, there's only one real way you can guarantee yourself legendary loot. And that is to put yourself in a position where there is a high supply of chests in one condensed area. Therefore, the probability of you finding that legendary loot goes up greatly. A prime example of one of these condensed areas is the shipping yard, which is one of my favorite places to go. Not only is the shipping yard small and condensed and full of chests, it's also near the middle so you don't need to run far to get to the circle, and it's also not a very common place. You can actually get up to 8 chests back to back to back to back to back to back, which makes this one of the best places to land. Not only that, is that you're also surrounded by Lonely Lodge in Tomato Town, which makes Shipping Yard an amazing place to land in terms of loot, and the chances of getting legendary items is very high. The next way to get legendary loot is very straightforward, but it is to get kills. Very obvious, but kills are definitely the best way you can multiply your loot and stack up on that legendary loot. In this one particular game, because of the kills and crates, we had 6 legendary scars. Now the least likely way of finding legendary items is by finding random loot piles. You heard that right. You can actually find many scars and many things such as scars, grenade launchers, just in random piles. Here's an example right here.
It's a scar!
Oh, you are about to get bait and switched, dude. I don't trust this. Okay, there's bullets inside it.
What?
Okay.
I've never seen a scar just laying around like that.
And although that scar wasn't legendary, it's a prime example of how you can find random amazing items if you just keep a close eye on your surroundings. So to sum it up, guys, taking all 4 of these things into consideration, you should be able to find legendary loot every single game you play, which will give you the edge to win. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, press subscribe to join the Wolfpack, hit that like button, and press the bell to join the notification squad.